Hi, everybody. Welcome. So we're going to get started. I'm going to just do some technical stuff because I just got home. I just got finished with work and then drove all the way from Orange County back to Hollywood. And I didn't sleep very well or enough last night, so that became a thing as well. And I'm just going to check some messages really quick. So we'll get to that in just a second. So we will be reading comics today for a couple hours. In a minute, I will go over which books that I have available. So if you want to choose something that you would like to have read to you, let me know. Otherwise, I will finish up what I started the other day and then move on from there with whatever I feel like reading. So give me just a moment to look through some stuff very quickly. At least I think very quickly. I did stop into a comic book store on the way home called Torpedo Comics in Old Town Orange in Orange County, California. And I just was checking to see if they had some books that I was looking for to continue on some story arcs that I was reading, but they are older comics. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research, is what I noticed. Let's see. I feel like I'm working next week, so taking a Monday through Friday. Is that Iron Mountain? Hilarious. That's funny. And like the instep of my foot is itching. I'm already working Friday, so no. And I just don't know what that's about. That happens frequently. But I took off my shoes so I could be cool because it was very hot today. Ew, clean crew at the Rose Bowl? No, thank you. I feel like I have to remind myself every once in a while not to work at the Rose Bowl. It's just usually a hot fire mess, no matter what you're doing there. Okay, so that was that. I needed to check that. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, and then I should probably check. I should do a tech check of what we're filming right now. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Sonoma, California Raceway Challenge, September 9th. I think I'm working the following day. And it doesn't look like this wouldn't pay much enough to do that. And I think this is just telling me that we are live saying that we're reading comics, which we'll do in just a moment. I just wanted to check to make sure that there's nothing that needs attention right now because it's happening on Trusted Herd. Yeah, I don't know. Is it my veins that itch or the skin? It's so strange. I don't understand it. Or maybe it was because I worked today and I think I booked the gig through Trusted Herd. Mm-hmm. It's funny, it says that I'm being notified of something, that my attention needs to be somewhere, and then I'm not seeing anywhere that needs attention. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hand out door hangers. Okay, let's see what this says. LVT. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I'm not going to deal with any of that because I feel like a lot of those are things that I won't do. Okay, so let's open this up and look and see what we look like. Hi, Peyton. Okay. Okay, well, I can hear myself and I can see myself. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I can hear myself. I'm not 100% that it's synced up, but at least it's working. Okay, so let's get started. So, um, these are all the books that we have left right now to read, which are, we're going to finish Nightwing 91. I also have Nightwing 92. This is 93, 94. We have the Avengers X-Men Eternals Judgment Day. We have Batman the Night 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Tech World. And then we have, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, Batman Urban Legends 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and this is 18. And then we have Clementine. All right, so we started this yesterday. This is going to be Nightwing 91. We're going to continue with this. We started this yesterday on Twitch. We are now on YouTube to finish it off. And if you do not have any suggestions for us, then we'll just continue with finishing off the other Nightwings because we like these. So we stopped at this ad for Thomas Wayne hunts a killer to save his son's world, Flashpoint Beyond, the sequel to the reality-shattering DC event. Okay, and that looks like this. Hey, when I was unconscious, I think I was thinking, and it's not easy balancing it, worrying I won't come home. But this is what we do. I know you've lost people, and you're worried about losing more, but you shouldn't let that stop you and Babs from being a thing. Babs and I, it's complicated. It isn't at all. I don't know how such great detectives can be so clueless. You already have a puppy and the same threat of death hanging over you that's a shared life right there. You've both come through a lot of messy, painful stuff, and you both deserve to be happy. Now, with that off my chest, let's tie these people up, find where La Agente Funebre runs things and brings it all down. Okay, it looks like I can reach La Agente Funebres whole network, and the people I contact will have no idea I'm not her. Great, shut it down. No. Huh? If you don't stop this, Dick Grayson will still be under threat. This isn't just about Dick Grayson. This is an entire hidden network of assassins, people who have murdered in secret for years. I don't want them in hiding. I want to use them. You what? I want to send them out. Give them jobs all over the world. La Gente Funebre. Confirmation requested for time and place. We have no visual on the targets, actually. And then there's an ad for Death of the Justice League. Justice League number 75. The Prelude to Dark Crisis. That's intense. Intense photo. I have visual on the targets and see how many take the bait. Hello? How many of the world's most wanted we can get in one operation? Act. Bloodhaven, Blockbuster. Get Grayson, Act 4. Lady Shiva, are you here about the Dick Grayson job? No, this is a courtesy. For the first time in generations, La Gente Funebre has been discovered and apprehended. Over 20 top assassins are in custody. One was found dead with his heart removed. Dick Grayson is protected from on high. No one will touch this job. If you want Dick Grayson dead, Roland, you're going to have to do it yourself. Next, battle for Bloodhaven's heart. And I know I had comics that came out today, but I don't think I can pick them up until tomorrow or the day after. I don't remember. So then we have DC Nation Spotlight on Batman the Imposter, interview with writer Mattson Tomlin. Director and screenwriter Mattson Tomlin makes his comic book debut with Batman the Imposter, a thrilling DC Black Label story illustrated by Eisner Award-winning artist Andrea Sorrentino. When his second Batman appears in Gotham, one with no problem murdering criminals, how can the real Dark Knight clear his name? What was it like to create your own gritty noir version of Gotham City? I don't know if a person can do that. You're always standing on the shoulders of the icons that came before you. When something is 82 years old, there's a lot of expectations. There are things Gotham needs to be. There are things Batman needs to be. It's an interesting balance to pay respect and at the same time rock out and push the boundaries a little bit more. How did you come up with the concept of a Batman framed by an imposter Batman? From the top down, the whole thing was, how can I make this feel really wickedly real? One of the first things that came to mind was, we are in this era of disagreeing on the construct of reality. It felt like if you have a guy running around in a bat costume, people are going to disagree about what's really going on there. What's to stop somebody else from doing that? And taking that symbol and distorting the meaning of it. What was it like collaborating with Andrea Sorrentino? Andrea Sorrentino is a wizard. The man is just an absolute genius. It's scary. It's my first comic book, and Andrea just makes me look so good and so much smarter than I am. And Jordi Belair on the colors too. They were this visual dream team. I come from film. I'm used to working with a cinematographer, an editor, and actors. Here I'm the writer and a co-director, and Andrea is the co-director, the cinematographer, and the actors. Which elements of this story will surprise Batman fans? Hopefully, the addition of Blair Wong, this brand new character that I think is very cool, and I hope has a life beyond this book. Certainly, the fact that I'm not playing with any of the main big villains, so a couple characters that don't normally get the spotlight get to show up in new and interesting ways. Don't miss Batman the Imposter, collected edition on sale now. And then there's an ad for Life in the Flash Lane, The Flash. Da-da-da. And that all looks like this. And then on the back, it's The Small Town Big Secrets, Superman and Lois. Which I've started the series. I just am not far in it. I feel like I'm enjoying it. And it kind of just coincides with what I'm reading as far as characters and genre and stuff. So it's been fun. Okay, so we're just going to document that we have finished Nightwing 91. While I'm doing that, feel free to determine what we're going to read next. Otherwise, I will go on to 92 if I can find it. So let's see if that's a thing for me. Where are my Nightwings? I thought I put them close. Yeah, I just have to put them right side up. Let's look. Okay, so documents. Let's make this full size though. This is completed media. When is that happening? September 21st. Meh. I'm like, meh. Where is it? Yep, 91. And then we'll just put this aside because we'll need it later. I'm not even gonna respond to this because technically I have stuff going on in September and they never booked me on anything, anyways. So that's how that goes. I'm pretty sure I'm dehydrated, so that's how we're gonna drink water, even though I feel like I'm not supposed to. All right, so let's open this up and continue on our Nightwing journey because I feel like a new one came out today. Okay. Oh, sorry, babe. So there we are. Nightwing 92. There's an ad for Don't Believe Everything You Think, Naomi. And then here's our story. Gotham, night 2 of blackouts. Then, I've never been able to ignore when someone's in trouble. Hey, we have a situation on the corner of Maxwell Street and Grand Avenue. There's a mob around 30 people. They're attacking a shopkeeper. I'm on my way, Robin, but I don't know what we can do against that many. There's nothing you can do. I'll notify the authorities, but stay out of it, Robin. Don't engage. He'll die if I don't. No matter the odds, no matter the danger, when I see the powerless attacked. Robin the Boy Wonder. I leap in. Robin! Nightwing, the battle for Bloodhaven's heart. Crack, crunch. Run, I'll hold them off. You think you're tough? Try picking on someone about a foot shorter than you. Depending on who you ask, it's an instinct that's either brave or unbelievably stupid. Brave or stupid. Crack. One thing is certain, it's an instinct that has come with its fair share of hurt. Thud, thud. Robin, help is coming back, girl. Stay where you are. But at least I'm not alone in my impulses. I can't do that. Thud, 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 thud. Robin, get up. Bad decision, girl. Darius, he's here. And then there's an ad for an alien princess disguised as a human boy, faces her fears and finds her power. Galaxy, the prettiest star. A new graphic novel for young adults. Which I believe we got a Free Comic Book Day copy of that this year. It's the Bat. Run. Alfred? It's all right, Batgirl, huh? I have you, son. Where is he? Master Wayne, calm yourself. Alfred, I told him not to engage. Master Grayson did what he felt was right, and he saved a life. Step aside, Alfred. No, we could have lost him tonight, and I know that scares you, but for once, you are not to turn your fear into misplaced anger. You can direct as much fury toward me as you need to. That Master Richard is hurt. He needs comfort, not admonishment. Take off the cowl and leave your disapproval at the door, or do not enter. Go ahead, Alfred. All right, here's another ad. It's time to repaint the world. Charlotte Static Mural. Artist Abel Jackson, we're all better off with an ally. Our heroes should reflect what we really are, so should their creators. Ally, DC, and Milestone are building the Milestone Initiative to empower a new diverse generation of writers and artists to tell stories that matter. Heroic Ally, Ally, do it right. Find out more at www.ally.com/milestone. She's from the wrong side of the tracks. He's from the wrong side of the galaxy. Icon and Rocket. A superpowered alien crash landed on Earth in the South during the Civil War and has lived amongst humans for hundreds of years as Augustus Freeman. He lived a reclusive life until he was dragged into the superhero limelight by his young protege, Raquel Irvin, when she trespassed into his mansion. She challenged him to use his powers to make the world a better place. He gave her a power belt and made her his partner. Now he's preparing Raquel to be the greatest hero the world has ever seen. Together, they give back to the community while saving the world. Get up to speed with Icon and Rocket. A hardcover graphic novel collection of the hit series on sale in August. The Milestone Initiative in collaboration with Ally. Dick, Bruce, I'm sorry. You don't have to be sorry. You did what you felt you had to, but you need to remember you can't protect everyone. I can try. Then there's the ad for Enter Damian Wayne, Vampire Hunter. A blood-soaked one-shot, DC versus Vampire Hunters. That's a cool looking Robin too. Whichever Robin Damian was. Bloodhaven now. I'll always try. When I needed it most, I had protection. Bruce and Alfred took me in. They made me feel safe. That's what I want Haven to be. I want what we're starting today to go beyond free food and shelter and transportation for every kid who needs it. Whether they lost something, whether they ran from something, or whether they were cast out, I hope this place will be a sanctuary. A place free from judgment where every kid feels accepted. Bruce. Dick. If you're only here in case there's trouble, I appreciate it, but Flash is running a constant circuit of the entire area faster than anyone can detect. I know, I saw him. Of course you did. But I'm here because it's a big day and I wanted to be here. Hi, Ace. Arf. Are you partially here in case there's trouble? He wouldn't approve of the statue. I know, and I don't care. None of this would be possible without him. And the statue's not just for Alfred. And this is a good-looking Bruce and Dick Grayson. It's for us. It takes a different hero to help without a mask. Alfred Pennyworth. Aw. Dick Grayson. Roland, I didn't expect to see you at our opening. This is my city, Grayson. Nothing happens without me. You finally have your haven. Yes, despite all your attempts to stop it in the courts. And all of Mayor Zuko's bureaucratic roadblocks. My office has some more paperwork for you to deal with, Mr. Grayson. Of course they do. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Much appreciated. Do you really think it's wise to open all this in person? When you broke ground on this place, someone tried to shoot you in the head. It'd be a shame if you ended up showing these kids the inside of your head on such a special day. I'd watch who you threaten, Roland. Don't be stupid, Mr. Wayne. It doesn't matter who you used to be. You're not rich anymore. You're not untouchable. Thank you for your concern, Blockbuster. But don't worry about my safety. I'm not opening Haven. We have a special guest doing the honors for us. Then there's an ad for The Man of Steel is missing in action. It's up to the Dark Knight to stop an alien takeover of Earth. Batman Fortress. Metropolis, New York, London. Where is Superman? Breaking news, Paris. Massive outage, Munich. Gotham and Chaos Live. 8 issues. Superman, and he isn't too concerned about speeding bullets. Hi, I'm John. I know. Nice place you've got here. Are you going to ask him for a selfie too? Commissioner McLean, are our people ready? Of course, sir. Then there's an ad for 2 heroes, 1 body. How close is too close to the love of your life? Duo. Beyond Dakota City and Milestone discover Earth M. Oh. Okay. The old 2 heroes, 1 body. They'll go in tonight. It's done. Let's go. Boom. In 3, 2, 1. Osh. Nightwing, Melinda was right. Whatever's happening, it's happening now. All the city's security cameras in Haven just went dark. I see them, Oracle. There are a lot of them, and they're not exactly hiding. Are you sure you don't need backup? I'm sure I want them all to know Haven is under my protection and exactly what that means. No matter the odds, no matter the danger, when I see the powerless attacked, I leap in. What a gorgeous 2-page. Dark Crisis. The Justice League are dead. Can a new generation of heroes save the multiverse? This looks fun. Lots of great characters, but that's a lot. And I think we have a free comic book day copy of this as well to read if I haven't read it already. I'll know more when I get home. But I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not brave or stupid. I'm not saying attacking an entire destructive mob is sensible. But I'm experienced now. I know what I'm doing, which is very bad news for the people trying to tear down what we've built here. You want to attack this? Back, clash, bolt, clack, beat, yeah, well, I got this. Blam. You don't get to hide. You want to destroy something built to help people? Then you own it. Let's put the faces to these actions. I was trying, I was trying to use an appropriate word, and it just didn't happen, so I just blanked it out. Get the masks back on. Get out of here. Move. Did we get them? The city cameras were down, but all of my cameras in Haven were working just fine. What happened? Nightwing happened. He stopped the attack on Haven. Does he know we're behind it? Bang, bang. He couldn't possibly. No, get back. Get bang, thud. Then why does it sound like he's here? Ah. Ooh. What are you supposed to be? You're a pink giant. You really going to judge people on their appearance? I saw you in the park today with Dick Grayson. I have a proposal. Next, the man who collects hearts. There's an ad for a 104-page anthology from Comics Top Talent, DC Pride 2022. New stories, fan favorite characters, and more Pride than ever before. The celebration continues with these graphic novels and collected editions. Okay. Boop. And then DC Nation Spotlight on Batman Fortress. Interview with Gary Whitta and Derek Robertson. Don't miss Batman Fortress 1 on sale in May. An unknown alien ship is heading to Earth, plunging the planet into chaos. This is a job for Superman, but he's mysteriously missing in action, so it's up to the Dark Knight to gather the rest of the Justice League and stop this invasion in Batman Fortress, a brutal and shocking new 8-issue series from writer Gary Whitta and artist Derek Robertson. What inspired the story, and specifically pitting Batman against a massive alien invasion. Gary Whitta wrote, "What I really wanted to do was find a way into a Batman-Superman crossover story that would let me explore both of my favorite characters while trying to play against some of the more familiar expectations that have always surrounded them. I saw an opportunity to tell a story that would reimagine some of the basic things that fans have always assumed to be true about these characters in a way that would challenge not only the characters themselves, but our perceptions of them. What aspects of Batman are you looking to explore in this series? He's totally out of his depth from the outset. The sudden arrival of an overwhelmingly superior alien presence that totally destabilizes the planet is the kind of thing we'd expect our most superpowered heroes to deal with. But Superman is missing and no one knows why. So in his absence, Batman has to step up and figure out a way to combat a Superman level threat, but without any of Superman's powers. And what he quickly realizes is kind of his worst nightmare, that he can't do it alone this time. Derek Robertson. What I like best about this is the team we've built up around Batman and the strange bedfellows he has to work with in order to stop something that is very much out of his purview. We're creating and bringing in some new characters while putting a new twist on established ones. We've seen a lot of different alien races over the years at DC. What can you tease about the alien invasion? Robertson. Our aliens are not typical in their approach, and their mission is something of a mystery with larger ramifications. While a lot of invasion stories have monstrous killing machines, our aliens have more nuance to how, what, and why they do what they do. And then there's the ad for Flash again. And then at the back, it's the Batman Blu-ray ad. So as you may notice, with the Marvel comics, you usually get a digital or a code within the comic to get a digital code on their site. That is not the same for DC. DC apparently does not do that. And that's not necessarily bad or good, just putting it out there in the universe. Okay, so that was 92. So you see how quickly we get through those and how good reads those are. Again, while I'm preparing for our next read, if you would like to hear anything in particular, let me know. Otherwise, we will just continue with more Nightwing since we have a couple more. Yeah. So this is Nightwing 93. And it looks like this. And I'm going to have a sip of water. And it says Happy Pride. There's the Batman ad again for the Blu-ray. And the story starts now. Blüdhaven now. I don't know what it is about Blüdhaven that has attracted so many of the worst people. Nothing happens in my city without me hearing about it. I know who you are. They call you Heartless. But it's always had monsters. Well, in a minute you're going to be fingerless, then armless, then legless, then headless. Just wait, Blockbuster. I think you could be interested in what I have to ask. And it's hard to make this request without a head. You can feel it, can't you? Feel the city is on the cusp of something wonderful. I want the city to feel hope. Then I want to take that all away. I want to tear out its heart and watch its people writhe. I want to see an entire city grieve for what was lost. That's a monologue, not a request. You're right. I want a kingdom. I want everything you have here. I want Blüdhaven. And why would I give you my city? I'm not expecting you to give it to me. You're a businessman. Name your price. Nightwing, The Battle for Blüdhaven's Heart, Part 2. You want to pay a price? Tune. No. There's no point taking your heart. No one would miss you. If you won't sell me your city, I'll just have to take it. That's the only thing that would hurt you, isn't it? The only thing you don't want to lose? Her cruck. That's what I thought. This should be. Oh. This is a cool graphic. Commissioner McLean, I need a cleanup crew in my top floor and on the street below. Of course, sir. We need to get this cleaned up. Haven, can't look like this in the morning. Dick, are you okay? Not really. Well, I'm running facial recognition on the people who did this. Will exposing them and punishing them accordingly make you feel better? Definitely. Nightwing, we have movement. A small group coming your way. Freeze. Bang, bang. What's happening? Police. Bang, bang, bang. Look, I get that the Blüdhaven PD are openly corrupt, but shooting at me for cleaning? That's ludicrously crooked. Playing. Punk. I mean, what posed the bigger public threat? The cloth or the bucket? Then we have an ad for I am not a hero, I am a god, Black Adam. Twing. Nightwing, you need to get out of there. There are patrol cars coming from every direction. Nightwing, there are more police cars on the road on the road ahead of you. Then I guess I have to get off this road. Click, flip, clink, vroom, vroom. Flip, crash, ugh. You okay? I'm okay. You should probably stay here tonight. Yeah, I'm on my way. To Gotham. Batgirl's headquarters, The Hill, Gotham City, the next morning. I made breakfast. I made a full database of the identities of the guys you unmasked attacking Haven last night. Last issue, Jesse. Right, you win. It's not a competition. Breakfast is all good. Is also good. Thanks, Boy Wonder. You're going to want to see this. Mark. Wait, seriously? Yep. This is. I mean, it's terrible, but it's also great. I know. You're incredible. I love you. That was not supposed to. It just slipped out. Sorry. You're sorry for saying you love me? Yes. No. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Oh, thank God. Hey, where are you? I'm in Gotham. Look, I'm sorry about this, but you should get to Haven if you can. What's happening? Or what's happened? Ad for Harley Quinn's out for blood, suckers. A blood soaked one shot DC versus vampires. Killers. The commissioner is using last night as an excuse to be a pooper looper, basically. I honestly didn't think they'd stoop so low. Hey, leave us alone, man. I thought the members of the Bloodhaven PD could have some shame. Hey, but no, they're out here hassling kids in broad daylight. Dick, I promise we didn't do anything. These guys are. It's okay, Elliot. What do you think you're doing? Is there a problem, Mr. Grayson? The problem, Commissioner McLean, is that Haven is supposed to be a welcoming space, which is why I've tripled the police presence. You think these kids are going to feel welcome if they're treated like criminals? A lot of these kids are criminals. We're just protecting the city, Mr. Grayson. After last night, we wouldn't want anything else to happen to this little project of yours, would we? I want our people out of Haven. You may need to accept that you're not in control of every situation, Mr. Grayson. Getting super tired. As is getting heavy. Then there's another ad. Say hello to the next generation of comic creators. Allied, DC, and Milestone Media are teaming up to build the Milestone Initiative and empower the next generation of Black and diverse comic book creators to tell their stories. Allied, do it right. Find out more at www.ally.com/milestone. Heroic Ally. Heroic Ally. The Milestone Initiative in collaboration with Ally. www.comicshoplocator.com. I can't tell if turning the fan messed things up for me. What's this? Oh, I've invited the media to talk about the terrible criminal activities that have occurred in Haven after only a single day of its opening, and to talk about what the Blue Haven Police Department intends to do about it. Oracle. Now? No. Perf. Boop. Tap. Thank you all for coming. Last night there was a shocking attack on the community hub of Haven. New shop fronts were smashed, buildings and landmarks graffitied, and there were several cases of arson. We were always concerned that this hub would attract an undesirable element, but I'm honestly appalled and saddened by what we've seen here. This is a betrayal of so much goodwill. That the people this was built for would bite the hand that fed them like this is not true. DC Pride 2022. Excuse me? There's video of last night's attack. Come in. I'm afraid there isn't. The city's cameras were forcibly taken offline last night. That's something teen vandals are capable of. Is it, Commissioner? Regardless, any potential footage would be unhelpful. The people who did this were masked. And how do you know that? Everyone here can judge for themselves now how helpful that footage is. It's just gone live and links have been sent to every major news network. The video shows several of the perpetrators unmasked, and all have been independently identified. As members of the Blue Haven Police Department, Commissioner, move back. Where did that video come from, Grayson? Answer me. You may need to accept that you're not in control of every situation, Commissioner McLean. That was amazing, right? Well, that could not have gone any better. Thank you. Don't thank me. It was all Haley. I didn't know that was one of her tricks. It is. Arf, arf. Sit, roll over, strike a meaningful blow against a corrupt institution? Exactly. What a good dog. Pork. We need to talk about what's next. Later for now, just enjoy this. Seriously, we don't get wins like this every day. And who knows what Blue Haven will hit you with tomorrow. What happened, sir? I was overconfident. I underestimated a brute. Lie down. Click. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. I feel like we read about this character with all the USB ports in the arm. All the enhancements are intact, but your heart. I know, this heart is almost done, Gerald. It will be all right, sir. Close your eyes. I'll get you a new one. Next, what falls around comes around. The good old days are going to kill you. Dark Crisis, Young Justice. Mia or MIA. June, a 6-issue tie-in to the blockbuster Dark Series Crisis Epic. Oh, I can't read. I'm having a tough time. DC celebrates George Perez. I feel like I've seen this before too. It's a cool picture of lots of very attractive people. I like the way that the Nightwing books read. This makes me want to start buying them, like the ones before, but obviously not in order because it won't be as easy to find like the first one as it will the other ones. Because I think, where did I start with Nightwing? Because there was a crossover with Superman. I started 89. there's 88 books before that I need to track down somehow. DC Nation Spotlight on DC Mech. Superman Mech. Okay. Justice gets an upgrade in DC Mech, a new 6-issue series from writer Kenny Porter and artist Valdemar Rivas. In this alternate history of the DC universe, giant mechanized parademons from Apocalypse invade Earth at the end of World War II. As a result, instead of a world being protected by superheroes, it's guarded by mechs. So when another alien lands on Earth, this one by the name of Kal-El, he's met by two of the greatest mech fighters, the Flash and Batman. In advance of this high-energy new series combining superhero adventure with mecha anime, take a peek inside Riva's bold sketches of the Batman and Superman mechs and their pilots. Batman mech. Lights can change colors, grapple hook, cord storage, rubber sole for quiet movement. Don't miss DC Mech #1 on sale in July. And then you have the Superman and Lois ad as well, which we've seen a few times already. And then the back is the DC League of Super Pets ad that we have also seen. And that is the end of Nightwing 93. Again, while I put this away, feel free to request what we read next. Otherwise, I will jump into 94. 93, right? What we just finished. What did I do? Boop. Okay. Meow. Oh, what is this all about? Let's read this. I'll get this ready. Not helpful. Not helpful. Where was it? I'm like, did I get a job, or are they just like, you got paid, woohoo? Okay. Mm, why? Okay. She wants me to save her number, so we'll do that. Not as exciting as I thought that was going to be. Although I think he did pay me today. Or I got a message about something like that. Let's see what this says. Ugh, no bilingual. No can do. Okay. All right, so on to Nightwing 94. which looks like this. So there's an ad for the Warner Brothers studio tour in Hollywood, and then we get right into our story. You make me sick. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? Do you know who I am? You're the Attorney General, and you're on video, you and 20 other cops, destroying private property and an attack on a place built for the most at-risk people in Bloodhaven. Unhoused kids, no less, in Nightwing 92, just see. I understand Bloodhaven has one of the most neglected private prisons in the country. You will be held there until your trial. You have embarrassed the entire department and you're going away. How long you go away for will be determined by what you say next. Who gave the order to attack Haven? Commissioner McLean, Mayor Zuko, to what do I owe this? The feds know you personally ordered the attack on Haven. What? I have someone on the inside of this investigation. You have 20 minutes until they come for you. You need to get out of there now. Where do I? There's a ticket waiting for you at Bloodhaven Airport, bought through an anonymous account. Where are those spreadsheets? What? Blockbuster's files. If they get them, we all go down. I have them. I'm taking them with me. McLean, they're my insurance, Madam Mayor, but thank you for the warning. I doubt we'll speak again. Commissioner, airport. Oracle, he took the bait. And the files? Yes, he took them too. Woo, woo. He's running. I see him, Oracle. Just have to deal with his escort first. Huh? Thud, huh? Thud, thud. Kill him. Take him down. Bang, bang, bang. Thunk. Some really cool imagery here. Scream. Nightwing, this is not how chicken works. You're on a motorbike. I really don't think he cares if he hits you. Or, or I'm counting on it. Crash. Bang. There are about 7 ways we can do this, Commissioner. You want to know which option hurts the least? That was incorrect. The correct answer was option 3. Yeah, shooting at you is just asking for a whole lot of option 5. I know, right? Arf. Tunk. Bang. I think you're the man who disappoints me the most in this city. Blockbuster, I've looked into his eyes and I've seen what he is. He doesn't pretend to be anything other than a power hungry thug. But you put on a badge and swore to protect and serve. Thud. Shut up, Shunk. And instead of protecting the vulnerable, you chose to protect the most powerful. Thunk. You chose to serve the most corrupt, the most evil. You were supposed to defend Bloodhaven from men like Maroney and Desmond. Instead, you joined them. You weaponized your police force against the populace. You made the people fear you. Bam! You're everything wrong with this city tucked into a uniform. Running to the airport, fake passports, a briefcase full of cash. Not a great look, Commissioner. In fact, I'd say this looks a whole lot worse than ordering an attack on Haven, really doubling down on being obviously guilty. And what are these? Give those back. Looks like the feds have caught up to you. Ooh, I'll leave you to it. They came, they learned, they're ready to conquer. For the first Milestone Initiative Summit, DC teamed up with Ally to assemble a dream team of industry experts and iconic leaders to teach the inaugural class of Black and diverse comic book storytellers. Now these emerging creators are ready to go and make their mark. The next chapter in the superhero story starts here. So buckle up, things are about to get exciting. Ally, do it right. Find out more, www.ally.com/milestone. heroic ally. Hardware. First it was about vengeance, now it's about justice. Curtis Metcalf was the handpicked protege of tech giant Edwin Alva, or at least he was until Alva framed Curtis for the Big Bang. Despite being groomed for greatness from a young age, even Curtis wasn't immune to Alva's backstabbing as a wanted man. Curtis used his brilliance and his own inventions to create a high-tech armor loaded with next-level weapons to face deadly foes that stand in his way. For Curtis, it's not about getting even, it's about getting revenge. Get up speed with hardware. The Milestone Initiative in collaboration with Ally. Then, back to our story. Yesterday, federal agents apprehended Commissioner Gil McLean as he tried to flee the country. The Blue Haven Police Department has been a dark stain on all life enforcement in this nation. We have had enough. Last night, we provided a select list of candidates to Mayor Zuko, and she has made her choice. I am happy to present Commissioner Margaret Sawyer. Ms. Sawyer's fine work in Metropolis is well known. I'm grateful she has agreed to help us here. Thank you, but call me Maggie. I would also like to thank the mayor for my appointment. Dan Turpin and I are here to root out crime and corruption in the police force. No one will be above my attention. So obviously, there's some sort of setup situation going on. I'm on to you. No one. Are you going to make her disappear, boss? Don't ask questions, Lester. It makes me wonder why you want the answers. No, she won't disappear. It would just lead to more unwanted attention. Brutal. Get the car ready? Or brutal, get the car ready. It's the mother load. It's everything Blockbuster has done for the last 5 years. His investments, drop off locations, transactions. There are payments to criminals, police, government officials. Thank you, Melinda. Your plan worked perfectly. The feds are already questioning McLean. But even if he gives them nothing, we have everything we need. The plane ticket in his name was a nice touch, Oracle. Added that extra layer of guilt. Nice work. Are you sure you're okay with the way this went down? I watched McLean drag the former mayor's body before he before he disappeared forever. I'm not going to lose any sleep about some light entrapment. We'll talk soon. See Nightwing 78, just see. Oh. You want to order pizza and read through pages and pages of criminal activity? I couldn't think of anything more romantic. Whoa, Haley. Wow, that could have been bad, right? Sorry we couldn't bring down several criminal empires. The dog ate our all encompassing incriminating evidence. Bzz, bzz. It's Blockbuster on phone 3. Mr. Desmond, let me explain. I'm not pleased, Madam Mayor. They gave me a list of names. I chose the one who I thought would be least effective. I mean, she was the commissioner for Metropolis. How much crime has she had to deal with in a city with Superman? The Department of Justice didn't exactly give me a lot of time. You should have found the time to speak to me. I can speak to you now. Oh, you will speak to me now. I'm waiting for you. In your home. I'm looking right at your mother. Mom! Melinda? Could we go for a drive, Madam Mayor? Of course, Roland. And then she says in another language, I'll be okay, Mother. Mr. Desmond would like to talk to the mayor privately. Are you left handed? Because that's about to be your only choice. It's okay, Audra. I promise I won't keep her out too late. Audrey? Maybe? Otter? An eerie melody haunts the Gotham City streets. Can the Dark Knight discover what sinister force is plucking the strings? Batman Detective Comics 1062. Gotham Nocturne. We're being challenged. Haven, now the commissioner. A man threatened me in my building 2 days ago. He felt no fear attacking my people and walking into my home. We look weak. I don't like looking weak. And it all started with Dick Grayson. Grayson took a part of my city. He should have died when his building blew, long before this happened. Commissioner McLean questioned a woman from the building. She said Dick Grayson sounded the alarm before the attack. He knew it was coming. Ooh. And I know who tipped him off, Melinda. This is Lester. This is the rat in our ranks. He and Brutal were the only people in the room aside from us and Maroney when I shared the plan. He's the only one I can't trust. What are you going to do with him? I'm going to send a message. Actually, I'm going to send a lot of messages. I'm going to send pieces of electrocutioner to Grayson, the new commissioner, and everyone I suspect is starting to doubt my control. Has he admitted it? Not yet, but he will. Yes, he will. He's threatened everything. Leave him for me for a bit. I want to know how much he knows and exactly what he's told Grayson. Hold still. Don't scream. Hurry. I have to get you out of here. Snap. Dick. This line isn't secure. There's no time. A man is about to die because of my tip off. Blockbuster's here. I need you to. I think she's getting set up too. Very suspicious. What the heck? It's her. She's the rat. She called Grayson. Melinda? Melinda, can you hear me? I'm afraid Melinda can't come to the phone right now, Mr. Grayson. Oh, Madam Mayor, I am very disappointed. Crunch. The Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart, Part 3, to be continued. Justice gets an upgrade. DC Mech. 6 issues of Brave New Mechanized World begins in July. And then this is a tribute to Neal Adams. While he was with us, Neal was often referred to as a living legend. Let's all take solace from the knowledge the legend will live on. Carrie Bates. Look, if you're not thinking in terms of things that are impossible to do as being commonplace, then why should you accept the idea that a thing that seems impossible may actually be possible? Neal was like a father to me on so many levels. Neal and that whole experience taught me so much about comics, drawing life, really. I owe him and the family a debt that can never be repaid. Denise Cowan. Sir, I just wanted, after all new ideas spring from one mind, are disagreed with by everybody else, and are finally accepted by everybody with this statement. How could we possibly have thought it was any different? Neal was a true creators' rights warrior. He had the power and the ability to bring notice and to cause change, and he wielded both with the same massive skills he used as a storyteller. He's not just a legend, he's one of the most important people in the history of the comics medium, Mike Bold. It's just for an individual to think that way, he has to have exercise. You're not just going to suddenly come up with a totally new idea and then defend it with your life. All of you who had their artwork returned or collected an incentive or royalty since the 80s should have sent Neal Adams a thank you card at the very least. He fought long and hard for what many take for granted these days. Larry Hama. You have to have other people creating and assuring you that it's okay. Other people mucking with concepts that seem crazy but are dependable on a certain level in order for you to exercise your imagination. Neal Adams drew like a Renaissance master, but Neal's impact goes well beyond his art. His fight for Siegel and Schuster was a watershed act that put the value of creators front and center. so that no artist's rights could ever be ignored. Jeanette Kahn. The exercise of the imagination is a difficult thing to describe because it doesn't seem like a real thing. How do you exercise imagination? Neil Cart Neil changed the game. He made himself a bridge between generations. He forced industry to pay tribute to his elders and taught my generation to respect ourselves. Frank Miller. You exercise imagination by doing things that seem impossible. With his approach to dynamic representationalism, Neil could do it all: draw powerful action scenes and relatively quiet shots that made you soak in every detail. He left us a huge body of inspirational work to appropriate and learn from. Carl Potts. If you can't do it yourself, you let somebody else do it. Neil Adams is quite simply one of the most talented and most influential artists in the history of the comic book industry. Roy Thomas. I was trying to read comic books. No artist ever mattered more to DC than Neil Adams. He revitalized key characters, set stylistic and storytelling models, introduced a bevy of brilliant young talents to our pages, argued with us as our conscience, and drew some of the most iconic images of the 20th century. Paul Levitz. So you're willing to accept the irrational and impossible as being possible? I was just trying to say. Let others expound on Neil's exquisite artwork. My mind turns back to these fond memories of working with Neil. Terry Austin. I will always be grateful for the dramatic way Neil improved life for my family. He was a great man. Laura Siegel Larson. I think, how can I mess up the inks in just the right way so Neil and I will be able to talk for a few more hours? In fairness, he also called when he really liked something too. Gonna miss those talks. Bill Sinkinowitz. Neil taught me more than how to master nuances of gesture and expression, or how to stand up for myself. He showed me how to stand up and speak out for the causes I believe in. John Bogdanov. Neil's work has influenced every image I've created and continues to be the gold standard I aspire to when I put the pencil to paper. Jim Lee. Neil Adams is a force mayor that few can equal, and that history will remember. His work is done. Here is done. Michael Golden. Thank you. The Endless Line, written Neil Adams dialogue quoted from the Comics Journal number 72, May 1982. For more quotes remembering Neil, please visit www.dccomics.com/remembering Neil Adams. And then we see Can the Man of Tomorrow save a world determined to destroy itself today? Superman Space Age. 3 prestige format issues. The Unforgettable Journey starts in July. So I actually saw this comic today at the comic book store. It looked like it was a big book. And I like the artwork. I haven't been super intrigued enough to buy it. I have bigger fish to fry, as we say. So then we see a DC League of Super Pets ad on one side, and then DC Nation interview on this side. What is it like to star? Oh, this is with Dwayne Johnson. What is it like to star in the first animated movie about the Justice League's pets? The idea that this has never been done before in cinema is pretty remarkable when you think about it. What kind of pets would your favorite superheroes have? From Superman to Wonder Woman to Batman to Flash to Green Lantern, when you think about the players from Warner Brothers to DC, the love that we have at Seven Bucks Productions for superheroes and animation, I jumped at the opportunity. I can tell you the great confidence. I can tell you the great confidence that DC League of Super Pets delivers. What's at the core of this movie? Ultimately, the relationship between Crypto and Ace, who's played by Kevin Hart, is the anchor point of this film. It's about the lessons that they teach each other, which honestly is not too dissimilar to the relationship I actually have with Kevin. You can feel the authenticity and earnestness in our relationship on screen as the two super pets. How would you define a super pet? It's not like these pets were born with a silver bone in their mouth, so to speak. They all have unique personality traits, and they learn through their relationships that there is a world of possibility for them. What is the scope of this movie like? There's big spectacle and huge fight scenes. The animation has a really unique quality that feels almost vintage, yet still very cool and modern. Also, our cast is just all stars across the board. I'm decently funny in the movie, but everyone else is just home run after home run. In character as Crypto, can you describe your ideal human? About 6'4", 265 pounds, brown, bald, tattooed, can raise an eyebrow. You thought I was going to say Superman, right? Funny guy. We enjoy Dwayne. Okay, and then there's just an ad for the Green Lantern Blu-ray movie, which we've read before. So we'll just put this away. And again, while I am noting in my Excel spreadsheet of what we just read, let me know if you want me to read anything in particular. Otherwise, I choose. I choose. Where's Nightwing? Why does that not seem like very many books? I have 89 through 94. I only have 6 books of his? That doesn't sound right at all. Unless I'm doing a bang-up job of keeping track of all of these things. Okay, so that's done. So I kind of want to. I'm kind of afraid to read Judgment Day because I don't know how it's going to read. I guess we could. It'll just be a nice change of pace. And then we'll get into Batman Urban Legends. And then, not Batman Urban Legends, we'll do Batman the Night. And then maybe we'll do this other single off. I'm just. I'm putting off the Batman Urban Legends to maybe last. I almost feel like getting into Clementine before that. That might be like a really easy and fun read though. So I understand that as being real. Okay, so let's look at this really quick. Or I got something on my phone, so we should look at this. Well, what does it say? Well, what do you mean? And we'll get some water. It's good to hydrate in between the books. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at this. There might be a lot going on. There might be a lot going on that we don't understand at all. Yeah. Oh, let's make sure we didn't read it. I mean, I don't think I did, but let's just double check. This is going to be Free Comic Book Day 2022. Is it just called Judgment Day? Or is it like called all of these things Judgment Day? Let's look. Without cheating. Is there a way I can do this without cheating? I just don't want to look ahead. And I don't want to read it. Oh, it says Avengers X-Men #1. 2022. So Free Comic Book Day 2022. Avengers X-Men. Okay, but it says on my list that we have not read it yet. Okay, that's fair. Interesting. Okay, so this is Free Comic Book Day, Avengers X-Men. It also says Eternals Judgment Day. And it looks like this. Boop. So let's look at this for a second. Ooh, who is that? Don't fall in love. The mega talented Peach Momoko reimagines the Marvel Universe in the style of Japanese swords and sorcery. Demon Days, supersized pages for a superstar talent. Demon Days Treasury Edition. I think that the TPB means trade paperback. On sale May 2022 in print and digital wherever books are sold. Find a comic book shop near you. Visit comicshoplocator.com. Okay. We need to look very closely at this. Thanks for joining me today. I am the machine that is Earth. I'm to provide a prologue. Though, if you think about it, all things are prologue. Each moment is a prologue to the next. Anyway, these events concern 3 groups. The first is the internals, my protectors, and maintain the Earth and its status quo. They curtail the deviance, they follow unbending principles among them, correct excess deviation. The second is the Avengers. To the Eternals, this is a catch-all phrase for the mightiest heroes of Earth who are not them. They are those with sufficient power to be worth eternal consideration. And then there are the mutants. Always the mutants. Oh, jeez. Okay. Their things are complicated. They have been for a long time, just shy of 1,000,000 years ago. It's a monkey, Uranus. Drug explained to Odin what he's seeing. Certainly, my eternal liege. This species has gained some rudimentary psychic abilities, a smattering of telekinesis and telepathy, nothing to worry about individually. However, due to their species communality, they've accessed something a little more potent. They've formed a primal hive mind. Druid promised me drink to get me here, and unless these monkeys are psychically brewing something potent, I'm not sure why this is relevant. Druid was lying. It's what he does. I needed you here. We wanted to let your Avengers know. We are going to annihilate this species. That's harsh. Why do you care? A little thinky monkey is nothing to worry about. It's not a deviant, it's just a mutant. An infinitely expandable hive mind is a genetic technology that cannot be put in the hands of lesser beings. The longer it goes, the more it will grow in the power, and the bigger threat it will be. This thinky monkey, left unchecked, could destroy the world. Yes, mutation can be mutation, but it can also be deviancy. Some children should be smothered in the crib. I'm not sure, Uranus. Do you not confuse our politeness with us asking for permission? This is one of principles and not something we can compromise on. Would you war with us for their fate? Get your lackey to get me a drink and you can go ahead. You're right. A thinky monkey is not worth a war. The 2 patriarchs watched as the forest burned. Odin sipping mead woven from molecules in a celestial hive. It tasted bitter. For Uranus, darkest of all Eternals, this was excess deviation, identified and corrected, not for the first time and not for the last. Oh, I think I see somebody naked. Butt naked. Or buck naked. Okay. Of course, as Odin demonstrated, the Avengers don't usually recognize excess deviation when they see it recently. What is it? Besides enormous and hideous, that I can see. We'll ask questions after we stop it from eating that building. Ready? Avengers, assemble. Fall Beast by the Dungy underbelly of Tan Grisner. Fall. Look. We've got support. Excess deviation, excess deviation. Do not feel bad, Thor. There's a knack to fighting deviants. Boop. We've been forcing backfires and plasma events for a long time. Humph. I need a drink and a shower, and then perhaps another drink. Are you okay, Cersei? You seemed a little off. Thanks for your concern, you sweetie. It was a deviant suffering an out of control mutation, and we really don't like out of control mutations. Whatever the motivation, we're glad for the help. It wasn't a choice, Captain. When something deviates too much, we have to step in. Choices for you mortals. But Eternals, we have duty coded in our every molecule. It's most irksome. What is deviation? What is mutation? When is a thinky monkey just a thinky monkey? And when is it a ticking atom bomb? Krakoa now. Tick, tick, tick. This is the sovereign mutant nation, the new world superpower growing with influence every single second. Mutants have always been feared. Now they are also envied. It would be more so if the world knew the truth. The mutants are keeping a secret. They have solved death. They guard this secret well. The island is a living sentry. This mutant could smell anyone's presence. This other mutant can sense the slightest thought. There are few who would be able to walk unseen here. Sadly, Jack of Knives could stalk their own shadow. Mama like, do you like what you see? I do. But like that's not his costume or his uniform. That's just his rebirth, I'm assuming. Eternals. Boop, boop, boop. That source of yours didn't lie, Droog. The mutants and death aren't a thing anymore. They're eternal. Don't be ridiculous. They're immortal at best. So what's the plan? Thinking, of course, I'm not an idiot. And then, well, it depends on whether or not this very striking mutation is deviation. And if it is deviation, Jack, let's be honest, nothing we haven't done before. This is a prologue. As I said, everything is a prologue. Everything is prologue with one exception. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Okay, what does this say? Eventually, you reach the prologue to the end. Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals Judgment Day begins this July. Okay. That's intense. There's a lot going on. And then prepare for the film by exploring the multiverse with these Doctor Strange collections. Okay. And then here's the front page with the credits for this. Gotta be something more though. Okay. After a town up, down, an Atlanta area game tournament, your friend stole my victory. It's only fair I steal his blood. Eternal sore loser vampire. Brielle about to kick his butt. Rarg. Jaden didn't steal anything but the spotlight, bruh. Oof. Bree. My bracelet. It stung his hand. If all he wants is the tournament money, let's give it to him. I'm not letting a vampire shake you down, Jaden. Quick, give me your controller. What? Why? My bracelets are silver, Jay. Eternal hates silver. That why he didn't want second place? Still doesn't explain why you need my custom controller. Not enough weight to be useful throwing, but I bet. Ack. Thud. Not happening. Narg. Stay still. You're really losing me to let you get a hit in? Ha. Do you think a cheap piece of plastic can beat a vampire? This controller already knocked you out once today. Cracks. I'd say learn from your defeat, child, but. And we're at the halfway point. Oh my gosh. No. I'm sorry, Jaden. It was the first thing I could think of. You wrecked the custom controller that got me the win. No controller is responsible for that. That's all you. Still can't believe there was a vampire in the tourney and I beat him. I can believe it. Even a vampire can't play the game faster than the controller recognizes. You owe me a new one, even if you saved my life. And I'll get you one promise. How are you going to do that if you're going grounded for missing curfew? What do you? I gotta go get out of here. Yeah, get going. My cousin's picking me up soon, hopefully. Text me when you're home. Slam. Are we slamming doors in my house? No, Mom. Darn it. You're lucky that door slammed 2 minutes before your curfew. Maybe I was trying to let you know I was home. Next time, just knock on my door. Good night, baby girl. Night, Mom. Phew. Brielle knows I don't think I like going to bed without her in the house. And she knows I see all that grime on her. Phew. This was easier last time I had to get in here. I was younger, though. We were younger. Oh, Blade, I think your baby girl needs you. To be continued in Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, coming this fall. Saffron, I know you'll keep her safe. This should help Eric. Interesting. Okay. Then we're looking at Hellfire Gala. Number 1, new X-Men team, new costumes, new friendships, new secrets revealed. All this plus Judgment Day is on the horizon. And this is X-Men. Let's talk about Krakoa. The island nation of Krakoa was founded under the idea of mutant sovereignty with the goal of giving mutants a place to flourish without fear of persecution. The fledgling nation made a splash on the world stage when it began exporting Krakoan medicine that was leaps and bounds beyond other medical treatments, leading to phenomenal recoveries and revolutionizing the healthcare market. But unknown to the rest of the world, Krakoa harbored an even more miraculous secret: mutant resurrection. No mutant has to die ever again. I'm so afraid there's going to be a lot of reading again. See your favorite heroes and their debut stories by the amazing writers and artists who created them. Okay. Charles Xavier had a dream. Well, perhaps it was not his dream, but he was the necessary face of it. Krakoa was my idea. I wanted all bad eggs in one basket, but a cure for the X gene eluded me. In 100 years, who knows where mutantdom will be? In 1,000 years, mutants could rule the planet. We cannot let the mutants win. Krakoa must not be forever. That's harsh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mutants were once hated and feared because they were different. Today, they are hated because they are winning. Joining us today are Mary Jane Watson and our Aunt Anna Watson. The New York natives are brand ambassadors for Krakoa's miracle medicines. Thank you for having us. I had been resigned to the fact that I was in a long, slow goodbye to my aunt. Her dementia had started at senior moments and progressed to the point where I was scared to leave her alone. I was so depressed. The idea that I might be a burden from MJ, I had trouble remembering well, a lot, but those days are long gone. I don't always love when scientific advancements are called miraculous, but that is what it feels like. We're privileged to have pretty decent insurance, but everyone pays the same price for these drugs regardless of insurance status. Every evening, Anna takes a single pill that extends the duration and quality of her life. I'll take every day I can get. I want to see how succession ends. What these preening human lasses don't know is that while mutants have been able to make their worst years slightly less traumatic, mutants themselves will never feel that pain. Mutantdom has a secret they've solved for death. Mutants are no heroes, they're evolutionary deviants who stole fire from the gods. Mutant supremacy is not assured. Fears can be stoked in the hearts of man, and differences can be exploited. We're just looking at all the pictures again. Okay. I wonder if that's Namor. Oh, I didn't show y'all. I mean, it probably is because that's Marvel. I think that's what's up. Ugh. Okay. Into the necessary violence to come, or dominance. The Avengers and X-Men have fought before. Because if it had, that when two aggressive species share the same environment, evolution demands acceptance. But it was never done right. There'd be none left standing. Of course, this is only what could happen. Why can't everyone just get along? If I play my cards right. You are great, Anna. I don't know. My hair didn't look right. Everyone laughed when I said I wanted to see how my program ended. Because you were very relatable. You're a pro. Obviously runs in the family. I'm traveling next week, so what? You didn't tell me that. These drugs don't work. Very funny. I remember see you after the Hellfire Gala. Say hi to that Tony Stark for me, and why don't you good night. I saw you on TV. Who's there? Get out of this house. Get out of my aunt's house. Oh. Shh. You'll disturb your aunt's sleep. And if you do, it's her life. I said, get out. Please. I need your invitation to the Hellfire Gala. Ask me who I'll be wearing. Well, who are you wearing? Probably your flesh. My name's Moira, and when you wake up, I'll be wearing you. I figured. To be continued in the Hellfire Gala and in the pages of Destiny of X. Listen now to the multi-part post-apocalyptic podcast epic Marvel Wastelands. Stephen Lang is Hawkeye, Susan Sarandon is Black Widow, Timothy Busfield is Star-Lord. First three series available now on the SiriusXM app, Marvel Podcasts Unlimited on Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. Marvel.com/Wastelanders. On the back it says Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Eye of Judgment. Mutants have conquered death. Now the Eternals must conquer the mutants. Okay. So as I am preparing to put this into the spreadsheet, again, feel free to choose what I read next, or I will choose for us. Okay, so we decided this was Free Comic Day 2022, Avengers X-Men 1. And that's done. Cool. Cool modi. Okay, so that's all there. Okay, so I have Batman Urban Legends left. That's the tech world. That's the... Okay, let's get into some Batman. Batman the Knight. Let's see where we left off with this. I feel like these are an easy read too. And then maybe I would start on, well, maybe I would do Tech World and then get into the, not Constantine, what's her name? Clementine. Okay, Batman the Knight 1 through 3. Cool. I'm gonna Batman the Knight. Okay. It's not like we're gonna run out of things to read. That's not a thing. That's not real. Or maybe it is. Okay. Batman the Knight, number 4. So this again has the World of Warships. And there's an invite code for that if you play that. Haektu Mountain, North Korea. Hello. I've traveled far to meet with Master. Translated from Korean. Tuk. Hung. No. The art is really good as far as the facial features. The detail is really good. All right, let's do her chick hawk. Like, look at that. That looks amazing. What a great comic. Sadly, this is about to end. I think it's just 10 books long. Herk. Nug. Herk. Shun. It reminds me of The Walking Dead. Come on, I'm not going anywhere. Dun dun dun. Yeah. Amazing. New heroes, new creations, new vision. Detroit Static Mural. Even superheroes need an ally. Ally DC and Milestone are building the Milestone Initiative to celebrate the next generation of Black and diverse comic book creators and support them in telling their stories. Heroic Ally, Ally Do It Right. Find out more www.ally.com/milestone. The most electrifying teen hero ever, Static. After being exposed to toxic gas as a student protest, high school geek Virgil Hawkins gained electromagnetic superpowers. As Static, Virgil protects his friends and classmates in ways the police and society don't. Get up to speed with Static Season 1, a hardcover graphic novel collection of the hit series on sale in June. The Milestone Initiative in collaboration with Ally. Okay. I'm Master Kurigi. I've traveled far to train under you. I wish to save others and fight Stop. None of that matters. There is one focus in my dojang, and only one. The work. The beauty of the work. You will be shown your room and given your list of duties. Training starts tomorrow. Yes, Master Kurigi. 2 months of traveling and searching even with Ducard's info. Then there's an ad. Truth, Justice, in the Prehistoric Way. The Jurassic League. 6 issues of the Justice League like you've never seen them as ferocious dinosaurs. and I'm finally here. I don't have a timetable, but I can't help feeling, incredibly behind. Whoa there. It's a long way back to the spring if you spill them. No, thanks. Wait, you speak English? Mostly. So what brings you to the dojang? The work. Huh, a quick learner. I'm Jack, by the way. I'm assuming we're at least allowed to use names. Fake ones, anyway. A helpful tip from Ducard. Probably. How'd you find out about this place, all the way from America? By the accent, I'd say Gotham. How did he. Is this a trick? Am I supposed to not answer? Myself, I was in a street fight with a man named the Jade Brawler in Singapore. When I lost, he took pity and told me about his old master, Takibi Kurigi. I swore that was the last time someone would ever take pity on me. I hid on board a freighter traveling through the South China Sea to get here. What? You can talk freely? Our teacher isn't running a monastery? We don't need to adhere to his dogmatic outlook on the work. None of us are looking for enlightenment. Least of all, Master Kurigi. I mean, there's a reason the Japanese master of martial arts and ninjutsu is on a mountaintop bordering North Korea and China. There is. He fled his home when a student of his killed Japan's Minister of Justice. The authorities blamed him for it, among other crimes linked to his school's graduates. Dark Origins. How did you know? I just spent the last 3 months being mentored by a detective, a manhunter named Henri Ducard. It could be Duchard, too. He spent a lifetime acquiring names, specifically of those who are the best in the world at what they do, in case he needed them, or needed to take them. And now I've got that list. Note to learn from. So it's not just fighting for you, is it? You want to be the best at everything? No, you're like me, aren't you? Learning what you need in order to become what exactly? The world's greatest crime fighter or crime perpetrator? I, the former. And you? Well, let's go with same. Good to meet you, Jack. I'm Anton. Lucy and Ducard taught me a lot. Long live the Queen. Long live the Queen. Nubia Coronation Special. 48-page one shot revealing the past, present, and future of the new Queen of the Mascara. Mascara? I could be here all day trying to pronounce that correctly. But Kurigi was the key. I knew I couldn't be stopped. If I made my body a weapon, something unassailable, something undetectable, in the shadows, Kurigi had mastered all manner of fighting styles from across the globe. That knowledge was in his outstretched hand. I just had to grab it. We both did. I thought traveling alone would be fine, that I'd held tight to loneliness for so long that untethering from Gotham would be no different. But it is different. When you lose your home, you lose yourself. It's been almost a year on top of Paektu Mountain. I'm not sure if I would have made it without Anton. We have a shared drive to be the best, though in a school like this. Drive isn't in short supply. Kish, Master Kree. The new students have arrived. Our master sends his regards. Ara here will show you your lodgings. We will begin at dawn. What? What's that? They just walked right in here while we got our butts handed to us for days. Gentlemen, while words may cut worse than blades in some cases, I'm here to teach you swordplay, not wordplay. Please focus. While it isn't my place to question our master, Ducard would say otherwise. His voice is in the back of my head now telling me to be on guard, that something isn't right with the new students. Or Master Kriegi. Today we will be moving to the next level of Nidojutsu Pair-Off. I don't think we've met yet. My name is Jack. What's he? Ha! King. Can you tell I'm getting tired? I am. He's good, but I'm better. Okay, friend. First, point to me. Let's start. Again. Crick. Crick. Crush. Zayed. Enough. Here in my dojang, you will control yourself. Go to your quarters. Master. Who are these new students? They're welcomed with open arms. They're aggressive. They're enough. To your quarters. Something isn't right, but the question is, who do you love? That's what it says. Halfway point. Can I tolerate it? Well, hey. If it isn't the bad boy of the dojang, very funny. I'm not wrong, right? Something is off. You're not wrong, but who cares? We're here for one reason, and that's to learn, which is what we're doing. Master Kurigi could be harvesting their organs for all I care. But why are you doing all this then? You said you want to be the best so you could stop crime. I'm doing this because stopping crime is harder than committing crime. It's a more interesting, more artful goal. But even I know that you pick your battles. You're almost done here, Jack. You've almost learned everything Kurigi can teach you. Don't ruin it. Today we will be skipping ahead somewhat to the Chinese technique known as dim mak, or more specifically, the lost and forbidden move of dim mak, the lethal vibrating palm technique. The strike, when applied perfectly, activates several pressure points, causing cardiac arrest. First, we must focus on our own chi. Remember our meditation practice from 2 weeks ago. Qigong. I mean, I think that says chi. It might be qui or ki. I don't know. Oh, come on. You're really going to leave after coming this far? Master Kurigi was driven from Japanese, or from Japan, because his students committed murder, and here he is, teaching students a method only used for killing. There's nothing more he can teach me without giving up a piece of my soul. Well then, take me with you. Take me to your list of mentors. Let's leave all together. No, I'm sorry, Anton. I This is my path. I have to do it alone. Well, good luck with that, Jack. I can't afford distractions, even the distractions of friendship. Can I? And where will you go now? Bruce Wayne, you may very well be my best student, Mr. Wayne. See this through, and you will be unstoppable. Of course, he knows who I really am. I'm Master. I need to know. Who are they? They are the price I pay to teach without worry. Assassins in training sent to me by a benefactor. I shepherd them. I am left alone to do what I do best. But they'll kill the people. How can you let that happen? I'm not sure that to judge anything. I'm not here to judge anything, but the techniques. This is my art. How you will leave here better from my knowledge. What you do with that is up to you. Maybe what I'll do with it is stop you. Oh, so tired. You're a fool, Bruce. A fool on a path. Then we have an ad for the official prequel to the Flash blockbuster film, The Flash, the fastest man alive. Before the movie, get up to speed with Barry Allen's heroic journey. 348-page issues. Alone. A little birdie told us. You were leaving without saying goodbye? Dang it, how the trapped in here. Need to get back out in the open. I'm going to have a chance of surviving. Seemed like a good opportunity to test our training. Stay centered. Thomas Wayne hunts a killer to save his son's world, Flashpoint Beyond, the sequel to the reality-shattering DC event. And I'm falling asleep, like I'm passing out and not realizing it. Or maybe I am. Stay focused. Come on, Bruce, you know this. Ox push kick. Nukite. Strike out sorrow. Bruce Wayne is dead. Terry McGinnis has 1 year to defeat his killer. Batman Beyond, Neo year. Okay. Serpent Windstrike. Her. No need to. Impossible to test the lethal techniques without a human test subject. Break free, have to. Hung. Humph. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have to be alone. Like maybe you could have a Robin. Earth Prime, the adventures of your favorite DC heroes from CW come to comics. Oh, it's a cute picture of our artwork of Superman. I'm not sure who that is, but that's cute too. Batman, Superman, Lois, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Stargirl, and The Flash. It might be The Flash. We worked together in orchestra, the best Karigi ever trained. They never stood a chance. Huh, I guess. I guess I'm not going back to the Dojang. So sorry, Jack. I think you're stuck with me. I think I'm okay with that. Krigi may come after us for this, or worse, his assassin benefactor might. Or assassin benefactor. I'll tell you later. And if you move quickly, you might catch up to him. We should move quickly. The world won't wait. DC proudly presents The Night Part 4. To be continued. And then this is the death of the Justice League. We saw this earlier today, too. So I'm not going to read that again. Batman the Imposter, interview with writer Mattson Tomlin. DC Nation Spotlight on. I feel like we read this too, but we'll double check it. On the other side, there's Life in the Flash thing. It's the Flash ad. And then the small town, big secret, Superman and Lois. So let's see. Director and screenwriter Mattson Tomlin makes his comic debut with Batman the Imposter, a thrilling DC Black Label story illustrated by Eisner Award-winning artist Andrea Sorrentino. When a second Batman appears in Gotham, one with no problem murdering criminals, how can the real Dark Knight clear his name? What was it like to create your own gritty noir version of Gotham City? I don't know if a person can do that. You're always standing on the shoulders of the icons that came before you. When something is 82 years old, there's a lot of expectations. There are things Gotham needs to be. There are things Batman needs to be. It's an interesting balance to pay respect and at the same time rock out and push the boundaries a little bit more. How did you come up with the concept of a Batman framed by an imposter Batman? From the top down, the whole thing was, how can I make this feel wickedly real? One of the first things that came to mind was we are in the era of disagreeing on the construct of reality. It felt like if you have a guy running around in a bat costume, what are people are going to disagree about what's really going on there. What's to stop somebody else from doing that and taking that symbol and distorting the meaning of it? What was it like collaborating with Andrea Sorrentino? Andrea Sorrentino is a wizard. The man is just an absolute genius. It's scary. It's my first comic book, and Andrea just makes me look so good and so much smarter than I am. And Jordi Belair on the colors too. They were this visual dream team. I come from film. I'm used to working with a cinematographer, an editor, and actors. Here I'm the writer and co-director, and Andrea is the co-director, the cinematographer, and the actors. Which elements of this story will surprise Batman fans? Hopefully the addition of Blair Wong, this brand new character that I think is very cool and I hope has a life beyond this book. Certainly the fact that I'm not playing with any of the main big villains, so a couple characters that don't normally get the spotlight get to show up in new and interesting ways. Oh no! So that's what all that looks like. And I just want to make sure that I did that right. Yep. And then that's the back. Yay. And that is 4. So as always, if you would like to request what I read next, just let me know. Otherwise, we will continue with the Batman the Knights. Or I guess they just call them the Night. I am definitely falling asleep. What was that, 4? Yeah, this is 5. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know if I have water. I don't know that I have any more water. I think in my bag. I can grab another one. Okay, yeah, this is done. Okay. What should we? So this will be the last hour of the stream. So hopefully I survive it. And then I will go eat. I don't know if we'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. Let me see if I get another water. So I'm not like dehydrated. It's one thing to be tired. It's one thing to fall asleep. It's one thing to be dehydrated. But you don't want all of those things. That's not how this cookie crumbles. Okay. So this is Batman the Night 5. I'm gonna Batman the night. Don't believe everything you think, Naomi. All right, let's get into the story. Again, really cool artwork. 13 days. That's how long I've been here. How long we've been here. Because you're young and sloppy. Don't break. Never. I won't lose to the likes of you. Anton treats everything like a game, even when it's life. Sexy Batman of death. Or death. Every night, I still put up a fight. Hugo Strange would label me a masochist. Same as before, American. Her, who do you work for? Aunt and I were caught staking out an FSB office in Moscow, trying to spot Avery Oblonsky. And what were you looking for? Avery is ex-KGB, a freelance operative who frequently worked for the organizations that popped up when the KGB went under. She's on Descartes' list, but maybe his list. Talk is out of date. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe my men in your friend's cell will coax more answers. Begin, translated from Russian, Ed. Stop it, leave him alone. No, stop. You keep saying you're a tourist, a poor American swept up by the big bad Russian police, but I find that hard to believe. Mr. Wayne, we didn't even need to scan the criminal databases for your face. Simply the news stories about your family tragedy, a young man left with no one except his caretaker. A butler, how very Western decadent of you. So I'll ask again, why are you here? Please, no. I'm a tourist. I don't know what you're talking about. Pardon? I'm a tourist. I don't know what you're talking about. I keep telling myself that Alfred was in the SIS, that he has military training, that he can survive whatever these jerks throw at him. But the truth is, and there's an ad for an alien princess disguised as a human boy, faces her fears and finds a power galaxy, the prettiest star. New graphic novel for young adults. I don't know. I may have just killed the only person in the world who cares about me. Because I'm too stubborn to know when I'm done. How is this worth it? How is my stupid undefined mission worth? Click anything. Well then. This is a bit of luck, isn't it? There's no such thing as luck. This is a trap. But it's either wait to be killed. Gook. Up. There's no way we're getting by everyone on ground level. This is our only option. Gentlemen, or walk into the lion's mouth, fitting to break its jaw. A beautiful day, no? Ha ha ha. The two of you are quite something. I should have known Ducard wouldn't send me the week. You'll have to forgive me. I needed to determine if you could be trusted with secrets. Now, let's go. Yes, no sense hanging around. Then there's an ad for Enter Damon Wayne, Vampire Hunter, which we saw this earlier too. So, when there's work to be done, so let me get this straight. You're Avery Oblonsky, ex KGB, and Alexei Yahantov, department chief in the FSB. Not officially in the FSB, but yes. I have several lives when it suits me. I was led to believe there's no such thing as ex KGB. That is true. And I suppose I'm the exception that proves the rule. I'm more useful to the country alive than dead, so I'm something of a freelance agent now. So tell me, why are you here? Ducard said a young American might be seeking me out for training, but he didn't mention a friend. I must say I'm intrigued. It's been a long time. It's been a lifetime since I couldn't place an accent. I'm a man of the world, Miss Oblonsky. Anton's like me. He wants to learn the art of disguise and espionage from the best. And I see you already have mastery over one component of my work, flattery. Manipulation is the root of disguise and espionage. So, gentlemen, tell me, can you get your way in this world? I suspect you can. Well, no time like the present. Let's go to my cave, shall we? Your cave or mine. What is this place? Anyone who has a double life, multiple lives, whatever you'd like to call it, needs a space for the reality, a place to do the work, to be yourself while you attempt to become others. These are remarkable. How do you make them? Are they latex based or those? Come later. Masks are just a small component of what I do. To get what you want, you need to be a salesperson. And no matter how expensive the suit, a salesperson won't close the deal without selling themselves, without perfecting a different kind of mask. Can you do that? Can you become someone else? Mr. Wayne? Wayne? Jack Wayne? No. I get it now. Bruce Wayne, yeah? The heir to the Wayne fortune? Interesting. In my experience, the wealthy don't know how to become anything other than what they already are. When you already have everything, you don't need to pretend to be nice, to pretend to be someone you're not. So before I take you on as a student, I ask again, can you become someone else? You're wrong. I've been pretending since I was a child, since I watched my parents murdered in front of me. I may have everything I want on the surface, but the things I truly need aren't things that can be bought. I can do this, I can be whoever you need me to be. I can wear a mask. Well, then, let's begin. She didn't say it just yet, but what Avery had to teach us was magic, illusion, being able to convince others of a falsehood. It came naturally to Anton. He could mirror people, create a false sense of empathy. He could charm his way anywhere. Avery's tests were simple. Get entry to places without making a scene. Seduce others. I was clumsy, awkward for a young man who traveled the world. I wasn't very worldly. I was more comfortable with the criminal side of things. I could emulate those characters better than I could the playboy. Maybe it was because I was rebelling against what I was supposed to be back home in another life, the rich young man without a care in the world. It was magic. Anton may have been better at the bolder parts of espionage, but I could be a ghost. But would that be enough? So the trick of surveillance is doing two things at once. Amateurs alternate between pretending to do some mundane task and the spying. But the experts know that you should be able to maintain a conversation while observing something completely different. So here's today's challenge, young ones. Behind you is a police station. A lawyer just left. He's representing Jonathan Bellows and Sam Delios two teenagers from Metropolis who are picked up with 4 grams of marijuana. I want you to get them out without using violence. So you want us to charm the officers? I want you to get them out. Another of Avery's rules. You may go in with a plan, but above all else, have a backup. Be adaptable. That too. Our friends meant no harm. We were at a club and I think someone planted the drugs on them. If you let them go, I promise we'll all fly back to America immediately. I guess we should just let them go, yeah? Ha, the arrogance of Americans. Another thing Avery taught us is to never reveal that you know more than they think you do. Like Russian, for example. Please, I'm begging you. I feel terrible for even asking. Young man, the law was broken. They will see trial. That is all. My advice, leave your friends, fly home now. I can't, please. Dang it, I've lost control of the situation. Need to. My friend, no good. May I talk private? Dang it, that's the smart play. Anton is fluent in Russian, but displaying that would be suspicious. But I just, but just showing a bare amount to indicate that he respects Russia, unlike most Americans, he's good. But is he, Michael, Mikhail? Release the Americans, of course, sir. How, who are you? We saw you arrested at the club last night and wanted to help. I don't know how to thank you. That's just so. You can thank us by getting on the next flight home. Well, then. That was fast. I completely botched it. Anton saved the day and those kids. Well done, Anton. And what was your secret? It was easy. I bribed them. Locals always make sure to have extra rubles on them for a police tax in case they get pulled over. The salary of a police officer in Moscow isn't a lot, and that officer had a very nice watch on. But that's cheating. Why? Getting people to do what you want requires figuring out what they need. Anton did just that. You should be relieved, Bruce. It turns out money does solve problems, and you have a lot of it. Speaking of which, you'll both need to buy some tuxedos for your next assignment. The American Embassy, a gala event honoring a cultural exchange program, or essentially Hollywood is making movies cheaply in Russia. Movie stars at an event are good news for us. They're distractions. We're here because Avery needs us to retrieve something from the embassy. A consular a consular officer was recently sent a book from a disgruntled SVR agent filled with the locations of international Russian safe houses. Don't make it obvious that you're looking for something. How did you do you have eyes in here? I don't need eyes to know what you're doing wrong. Your two potential targets to gain access to the office should be there by now. May the best man win. It's time to repaint the world. Charlotte's static mural. We're all better off with an ally. Our hero should reflect who we really are. So should their creators, Ally DC and Milestone are building the Milestone Initiative to empower a new diverse generation of writers and artists to tell stories that matter. And I think that we've read this already. Yep. It's just this ad over again. A lot of these ads repeat, but this is the halfway point of this comic. So that's exciting. Anton's target is the officer who handled the book, while my target is his direct superior. They both share the same office, so whoever gets there first wins. It feels like a game, but it really isn't. Avery's making it seem that way to distract from the seriousness of the situation. Lucky for her, she already knows that if we get caught, we don't talk. God, this party feels so stuffy. Oh, you get used to them after a while. An expert, just what I need to navigate this thing. My name is Tom. Linda, nice to meet you. Can I buy you a drink? I believe they're free. Then can I buy you two? Ah, a charmer. Am I laying it on too thick? So, what brings you here, Tom? I'm studying at Moscow State. My father is an executive at Cinetown Studios and thought I might enjoy being classy for a night. And you? I work for the consulate. Is your father here? Nope, back home in LA. It's just me alone in the world looking for trouble. Not something I'd brag about in an embassy in Russia, dear. Henry, over here. Dang it, why am I so bad at this? I just need to. Tim. Tom. Sorry, Tom. This is my husband, Henry. Pleasure, young man. You enjoying the party? Definitely. Always nice. I can't tell if that's his friend in disguise or not. Or maybe it's the two of them in disguise. Being funny with them. To meet new people. Dang it, Anton's in the mood with his target. Maybe not. Operation Awkward Seduction is dead in the water if he's already en route to the office. Apologies, need to find the restroom. Nice meeting you. Need to get to the room before them. That sounded terrible. Were you eavesdropping? I'm a spy. I'm also your mission control. Since Anton beat you to the punch, I'd recommend providing support for him. Make sure no one interrupts his rendezvous. No, I'm not letting him beat me. Don't make this personal. The mission is. Okay, and we saw this ad already, so I'm not reading the ad again. I can do this. I'm not just able to use what Avery's taught me. I can use what Master Krigi taught me. That's General Turgenev, responsible for the deaths of over 100 Afghani citizens. Hick, oopsie. Sorry, Prostite Menya. Get your hands off of me. So I won't feel too bad using the tortoise snake touch on him. Hick, just need some air. 3 pressure points perfectly applied. And 10 seconds later, the blood flow briefly stops reaching the brain, creating, General, someone help, the perfect distraction. Distractions, misdirection, magic, and now I use what Lucy taught me, or Lucci. And then this is Dark Crisis. The Justice League are dead. Can a generation of heroes save the multiverse? I think this is the same thing we saw earlier as well. So I'll just show it to you. Although I feel, did I even show you the other page? Keeping secrets. You're a persistent young man. I see what I want. And I take, there's been an incident. On the main floor, we need everyone to rejoin the event while we make sure everything checks out. Dang it, they're treating the general's collapse as a possible security incident. Need to be careful, need to. And then there's a Dark Crisis checklist on the other side. This is really good art of the Superman on here, too. So just to show you that. Like, that's really cool. You two, stop right there. Go, I'll hold them off. I may not be a master spy just yet, but I can fight. There's no mask here, just me and my anger. Always my anger. Well, well. That didn't take long. It was a handful of guards plus waiting to slip by the ones on the ground. Looks like the better man won again, eh? Guess so. Oh, don't sulk. It's not the end of the world. I just. What am I doing? I'm on a mission, but I don't even know toward what. I keep falling short, and I'm worried I'm going to just slink back to Gotham as a failure. Maybe Avery is right. Maybe I can't become someone else. Maybe hey, I know it may not seem like it, but you don't have to be the best at everything. You're amazing, Bruce. I thought I was alone in the world. Humanity had its chance. Now it's time for Poison Ivy. But you, gentlemen, am I interrupting anything? Of course not. Just debriefing. Well, it sounds like you both made somewhat of a mess of things at the embassy. But did you manage to get it? The book? I did. So I guess technically I win, but Mr. Wayne here helped with my escape. Sorry, Anton. And then we definitely saw the ad for this one too. It looks like Anton and Bruce are about to kiss. I could be wrong, but that's what that looks like. I mean, unless it's the girl, I don't know. I wasn't about to lose again. Ah ha ha. So you have learned something from me after all. Well, congratulations. Now let's see. No, what are you? The book endangered people now. The book is gone, unless you wanted it for some other reason. So what's next, Ms. Oblonsky? Well, young man, I think you're ready for the masks. DC proudly presents The Night Part 5. And then this is the DC Pride ad we saw earlier as well. So no need to read that. And then I think we read this already too. Yeah, he's like the same. I mean, the pictures are definitely the same. Okay. And then that is the same as we've been seeing as well. Boop. So that's 5. So again, if you'd like to decide what we read next, otherwise I will just start the next Batman the Night. Make a dent in these. Right, that was 5. Oh, meow. All right, Batman the Night 6. Okay. And Batman the Night 6 looks like this. Gorgeous. Yeah, we've seen that already. Okay. Northern British Columbia, Canada. Shut, shut. Impressive. It's a shame you don't have three hands. So, Mossad, CIA, who sent you? Neither. Oblonsky. Avery Oblonsky? Why would she? She sent us to be trained by the world's greatest marksman, the Swiss mark, Luca Jungo? Or Hungo. I'm retired. That is not my life anymore. You've wasted your time, gentlemen. I am no longer a killer of men. Neither are we. We want to be trained. So we can stop killers. And to do that, you need to be better than them at everything. Avery, I owe her my life. She's the spy who won't kill the only one who understood, dancing in a world of death, never letting it touch her. If Avery Oblonsky sent you to me, I will help. Grab the deer, my home is due east of here, and it's not an easy trek. Shoot. Excellent. Now try it 20 paces back. Not a problem, but it's been weeks of this. When are we going to practice on moving targets? Anton's natural, or better yet, with guns. Dang it. And I'm one step behind. Shink. You need to relax, Bruce. Drawing and releasing should be as intensive as a stroll. I know, I just. Bruce doesn't know how to relax. Shink. Come on, Luca. Just one moving target. There's plenty of them around. There are limitations to the bow, Anton. You can correct for wind among the trees, but the open sky is another matter. Winds are wild, unpredictable as the fly. Your arrows fall to their whims. Luke is right. It's about relaxing, but it's more than that. Which is why bullets are necessary too. It's about relaxing into the world, not against it. Shh. How did. Nothing is unpredictable. If you're prepared, before I met Anton, I trained with a Mongolian pastoralist. He's mocked me for it. What could I learn from a nomadic tribe? But she taught me how to read the environment, to feel subtle shifts in the earth in temperatures. In the changing of the wind, dinner's on me tonight. I think we're ready for moving targets and guns. So why here? Why a million miles from your home? In my job, I killed many people. I worked for Switzerland in the FIS, but the Swiss agencies had little direct use for the world's greatest marksman. So they rented me out or exchanged my services for information. I lost track of the countries I was sent to. All I was told was that the men I was disposing of were bad, that the world was better without them. I didn't care. I was good at it. That's all that mattered to me. The distance made it easy, like a game. Shooting a man from 3,000 meters is a different thing than sliding a knife into a belly. I knew that when I left, I'd have to disappear completely. The Swiss would not be able to protect me from what I'd done. Avery gave me a Canadian passport and the deed to this slice of land. Why did you why did you quit? I was in Durango, Mexico. It was a simple job, taking out the head of a cartel. There were other snipers there to finish his subordinates one after the other. I was to be the first shot fired. It was easy. Good vantage point, excellent cover. Large windows, any better and it would have seemed a trap. I took the shot. He was supposed to be alone. His wife and son were supposed to be on the road. Time slowed. I saw her pulling a breath. If that breath left her, it would be a scream. Everyone in position would fail. Everyone's cover would be blown. It was instinct. I needed to. Oh, I didn't show you that. And it's very, very cool imagery. So it should be seen. And we've already seen this, so I'm not taking the time to read it. Guns make it easy. Too easy. I know you want to learn, Anton, and I will teach you, but I need your promise that you won't use this knowledge on people, that you'll use it so you'll know your enemy and disarm them. Disarm the whole danged world if you can. We swore to him, and training started in earnest. I hated every second. Every bullet fired took me back to that night. And the question, what was the difference between the man who shattered my heart and Luca? Was it that his government sanctioned it? Was it that he served some greater good? This is why I have my line, the one that Anton makes fun of. I can't take a life, and I can't use guns on anyone because God help me. Crack. I'm good at it. And so is Anton. What do you say, Bruce? It's been months. Time to move on, yeah? It's not like you're even going to use guns. Neither of us are going to use guns. We bang. Promised, of course. I know you love your promises. Dinner's up. We caught it. You cook it. Which one of you shot it? Anton, my head just wasn't in it today. It was an easy one. Totally still. Honestly, I'm starting to itch for something more challenging. Oh, let's show you these gross pictures. You shot it in the neck, not the brain like I taught you. Why? What? Why does it matter? It matters because it's quick and painless. You didn't even aim for the spine. You just. Dead is dead. No offense, but I think you're going a little soft here in the woods. I'm going to go wash up. Let me know when dinner's. You're a killer. Luca, what are you? I could smell it on you, but I pushed it out of my head because I didn't want it to be true. You try to cover it, pretend to be like Bruce, but you're a psychopath. Luca, please. He's not Anton, a little rough, but he's not a killer. He's just Bruce, the path you're on, I don't know if you'll ever understand darkness enough to see it clearly, the way Anton and I do. Luca, let's talk it through. We don't need to. No, it was a mistake to train you. And I can't send someone like you out into the world with everything I've taught you. You know this. Don't. Please, Luca, don't. I'm sorry, Bruce. This is how it has to be. I won't let you do this. Anton's a good person. He just is. Bruce, he's going to kill me. You have to take the shot. There's no other way. I'll make it painless, boy. Which is more than you did for Bang. I didn't I didn't have a choice. I no Bruce, dang it. You're not going to survive this world, Bruce. You may not even survive the night. Bang. No. He would have hunted us down. He was already going to kill me, and you shot him. You didn't have to. Dang it. Anton, you murdered him in cold blood. At least it was a headshot. I'm not what he said I am. Then why are you pointing the gun at me? We're friends, Bruce. But I'm not going to let you stop me from my mission. Would he do it? Would he pull the trigger on me? And if he does, am I fast enough to not get hit? Rah, bang her. You made me. Shoot him. Typical Bruce. More concerned with breaking your stupid rules than the consequences of them. Hmm. Was everything a lie? Were you really training to help people? I want to be the best. I want the challenge. And like I've said, stopping crime is more challenging than committing it. Hmm. We're learning art, Bruce. And Luca was a master painter who threw his brushes away. You're insane. No, Bruce, I just have vision. You and I could be the greatest artists alive. Herc. But Anton, you're too much of a coward. No, you're the coward. After all the time we've spent together, our friendship, you're still too scared to be anything other than truly alone. Her. Rah. Grr. Crack. It's too easy. Goodbye, Bruce Wayne. And good luck. And just like that, I'm alone. And my heart is shattered all over again. DC proudly presents The Night Part 6. Dang. That's rough. I wonder if we'll see him again and who he will be. DC Pride Anthology 2022. DC Pride 2022 also includes Finding Batman, a personal story written by Kevin Conroy, the iconic voice of Batman in Batman the Animated Series, with art by Jay Bone, plus an introduction by Nicole Maines, who played the character Dreamer on the CW Supergirl. Poison Ivy. Pamela Isley has been a lot of things in her life: a living goddess, supervillain, an activist, a scientist, and dead. In a new body that she didn't ask for, and with a renewed sense of purpose. Ivy leaves Gotham and sets out to complete her greatest work, a gift to the world that will heal the damage humanity has dealt to it. Nubia, Queen of the Amazons. Nubia may be queen, but not all Amazons call Themyscira home, which prompts the new monarch to leave paradise for the first time in decades to serve her people in a way Hippolyta never had the opportunity to. Now, as she embarks on her tour through man's world to show off the newly established sisterhood, she will be met with joy, distrust, and danger. Okay, DC Pride Tim Drake special. The breakout story from Batman Urban Legends collected in one volume for the very first time with a brand new story that sees Tim teaming up with his former Young Justice team mates and the Batgirls. Tim Drake's search for a missing friend kidnapped by the villains known as the Chaos Monsters leads Tim to realize his identity as a bisexual man. Multiversity Teen Justice. Kid Quick, the Future State Flash. and their fellow heroes, Supergirl, Robin, Aquagirl, Clarion, the Witch Girl, and Troy take center stage in a mini-series that rocks Earth 11 to its core. What is Sister Blood's true mission among the lost souls of New York City? Can Teen Justice get there through their growing pains fast enough to learn the answer in time to stop it? Don't miss these amazing graphic novels starring DC's LGBTQIA plus characters. Galaxy the Pretty Star. High school student Taylor is actually an alien princess from the planet Cyandil. For 6 long, painful years, Tara has accepted her duty to remain in hiding as a boy on Earth. That all changes when Taylor meets a Metropolis girl whose confidence is electrifying. Suddenly, Taylor no longer wants to hide, even if exposing her true identity could attract her greatest enemies, Crush and Lobo. Crush recently walked away from her classmates at Titans Academy and quit being a Teen Titan in a blaze of glory. Her relationship with her too good to be true girlfriend Katie is on the rocks. Now it's time for the main man's daughter to go to space and confront her dad and all her problems. Winner of the GLAAD Media Award for Outstanding Comic Book. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Volume 1, The Truth. Can John Kent be Superman and still have a normal life? The son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane will learn the hard way as he heads to college and combats the dangers of the modern world, and in a story that made international headlines, comes out as bisexual with a romantic relationship with reporter Jane Nakamura. I totally forgot that he had gone to college. I think that was just the first book, and then he's just been saving the world ever since. So that's funny. Collect all the Pride themed variant covers showcasing DC's top characters as illustrated by the best artist in comics. I think the only one that, well, I've got 2 of these. And we already read that Harley Quinn ad, so we're not going to read that again. Okay, and then we also saw this already today, or recently, so we're not going to read that again. And we read this as well. So I'm just going to show you, and then we'll show you this. And then again, if you want to hear a certain book, let me know. Otherwise, we'll start on number 7. And I probably won't make it very far because my stream will end soon. I feel like it's going to be less than 17 minutes. I could be wrong. Batman the Knight. I'm gonna Batman the Knight. Okay. I feel like we read a lot today. Like more than usual. The DC books might read faster than the Marvel ones. Did I have a, I don't even remember what we read yesterday. I feel like there was DC as well. Who knows? I'm confused. Okay. So this is Batman the Knight 7 of 10. So there's only 8, 9, 10 left. Sad. I love him. How could he do this to me? With F and Rebecca, I'm assuming. Oh, Izzy. He was the one. God, Jenny. He broke my heart. I feel like I'm drowning. Izzy? Izzy, are you still there? Please. Please. I don't know what's happening. I'm almost done. My training is almost over. So I found myself back in America. DC proudly presents The Knight Part 7. Moscow, London, Istanbul, they all felt so distant from Gotham. So unlike the city that I grew up in, but New York City. It's a twin to Gotham, not as far down the dark path that my city took, but enough that I catch glimpses of it. The people vibrate, attention runs through everything, good or bad, wanting to burst out, wanting to escape. Time? 18 minutes. An abysmal time to escape the straitjacket. And yet, an amazing time for holding your breath. I didn't start trying to escape until a minute ago because I wanted to try and break the record for holding your breath underwater. Maybe next time. My God, Bruce, I don't understand why you do such things. But I'm sure your parents would have been amazed. I don't know about that, John. I suspect they'd be disappointed that I'm spending my time holding my breath instead of helping people. Nonsense. I was a stage magician for years. People still need amazement in their lives. Now let's go celebrate your surviving liquid death by imbibing some. John Zatara was one of the world's greatest stage musicians. Did I say musicians? Magicians. You really do astound me, Bruce. I think you could easily make a name for yourself in this business until he lost his wife, Cinderella. Now he's struggling. I'm not sure that's the life for me. Bruce, I was a dear friends. I was dear friends with your parents. I couldn't even bear to stay in Gotham after they died. They didn't die. They were murdered. I know, boy. And they were amazing people, but all they ever wanted was for you to be happy. You said you wanted to learn from me, illusions, escape, but you don't want to follow in my footsteps as a magician. Why is that? Is it because you see what I've become? That doesn't have to be your fate, Bruce. That's not what. Is Dad trying to elicit pity again? Trying to get the boy billionaire to pay his lengthy bar tab? Hazy, we were just. Zatanna here loves to make jokes at our father's expense. Oh, lighten up, Dad. I wouldn't make so much fun if you'd just ease up on the drinking. Can a man have a drink with his new protege? Or is my old protege too jealous? Hey, Ginger Ale, maybe you could learn something from your new protege. Bruce promised me a nice night out, so try to get home in one piece tonight, okay? Good night, John. John wanted his daughter to follow in his footsteps. I feel terrible that he sees me as a possible successor, since it seems to have lifted him out of a dark place. And my leaving may drop him even deeper. Hey, sorry for being so abrupt earlier. It's okay, I get it. But pushing him away isn't going to help him. Heh, that's rich coming from you. You haven't returned my calls in years, Bruce. I've been worried. I know I'm sorry for that, Z. I was away far away, but I'm back for now in the flesh and close up. Heh, that's some sharp table magic. Dad's not wrong. You'd be a great stage magician. But that's not what you're doing here, is it, Bruce? You still have that look in your eyes from when we were kids. The thing you're working towards is darker, personal. I don't know. Wait, did you hear that? Come on. Just get what you can. Hey, she was like this when we got here. Yeah, we ain't hurting nobody. It doesn't mean you get to steal from. Bruce, calm down. It looks like she's been dead for a while now. She's. Oh no. I need to talk to my father. Okay, and then we read this already. So I'll just show this. You and me will dance away the world till we're old and free. I told you before, demon. I don't want trouble. I don't want anything. I won't be your prize. You'll have to find that elsewhere. Dad, what are you doing? What's. Queen Perdita is missing, and it'll take everyone to save her. Young Justice targets. The thrilling follow up to Young Justice Phantoms on HBO Max. Okay. That's fair. My God. Scraw. Dad, what was that? Effing, that was the last of it. Or maybe the S word. Shoot, that was the last of it. Hey, look at me. What was that? Uh, a lesser demon. He's been visiting lately. I knock him away, go about my life. It's nothing. Nothing? We just saw a dead old lady who was basically flashing red with that same demonic energy. Bruce, what are you? I'm looking for wires, mirrors. Whoever that was, they couldn't have gone far. We just need to. Bruce, I know this is going to seem crazy, but that thing was real. What? That's. You can't expect me to believe. It's true, boy. There are worlds beyond this one, as real as this floor, as real as you and I want no part of it. That thing is killing people. We need to. No. Magic has brought us nothing but pain and suffering. I couldn't save your mother with it. I couldn't save my friends with it. But you can save whoever that thing is going to kill next. You don't understand, Z. You never. Magic is real. I. Are you okay? I know it's a lot. Magic is real. Teach me. Bruce, I'm sorry. Even revealing the existence of magic has put you in danger. We need to. I need to learn it. Never. I've already deigned my daughter to this life. I won't do it to another. John, I've spent the last several years traveling, learning from the greatest teachers in the world. I haven't been upfront with you, and I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be the best at everything so I can make sure no one has to suffer like I have. That no one will lose their loved ones to violence, and if they do, I'll be the justice their loved ones need. If there's if there's even a small crack in my armor, if people out there can do a thing that I have no knowledge of, that I can't plan for, I'm done before I even begin. Please. Bruce, I love you, but do you hear yourself? That horrible drive is why I can't teach you magic. You're brilliant, but you're dark. Terrible men with great intentions have sought out magic and turned into nightmarish fascists. But beyond that, magic is about a price, Bruce. To do it costs you something, and it pains me to say it, but you have nothing else to give but that drive and darkness. I can see it. It's all you are now. I only live in this danged world now, and you should too. So what? You're on some sort of crusade? What are you doing, Bruce? Where is all of this going? I don't know, Z. All I know is if something is out there killing people, I have to stop it. Will you help me? I'm letting someone in. I haven't done that since Anton. But Anton was like me, like John described me, dark, driven. Will letting Z see the real me push her away? Tormando Nostra, I think I found something. We're dealing with a demon known as Shantos. Every 20 years, he escapes hell and feasts on the souls of the broken-hearted. Tormando Nostra. Dang it, what are you doing? Making a coin disappear, apparently by throwing it instead of through some danged spell. Bruce, you can't just learn magic through force of will. You've spent so many years doing just that, living in the world of science and the physical. But magic isn't just another muscle to flex. I can do anything I put my mind to. This shouldn't be any different. You can do anything you put your mind to, except let go. I've known you since we were kids. That's the one thing you just can't do that magic requires. You never surrender, and magic needs surrender. But I've got enough magic for both of us, and I think we can stop this thing. Really, it can be trapped by a simple sigil. The trick will be beckoning it. I haven't had this feeling since before I started my journey of being on the edge of something I can't control, something that could destroy everything I've planned for, or take me to so deep into the shadows that I never return. I feel fear when I want nothing more than to be fear. Justice gets an upgrade, DC Mech. I think we've seen that before too, so I'm not going to spend time reading it. Okay, hold still. Oh. Let's just finish these 2 pages. The sigil is set in the study, but we can't put you in it or Chantal's won't be able to detect you. So what are you doing to me? These are the marks of adfectus. They enhance your feelings, radiate them, so I'm bait? Because of my broken heart? I'm sorry, are you going to deny it? You haven't even begun the process of healing. I get it. I'm the little boy who never got over the murder of my parents. I'm not ashamed of that, Z. I live with it. If I let it go, I let them go. Z doesn't understand. How could she? My heart won't heal because I won't let it. Healing would put out the fire, and I need. Wait, I just turned the kettle on. It shouldn't be. Crack, croon. Oh, bless me. All right, gang. So that is where we're going to end our stream for today. So the next time I stream, we will finish the rest of this book, and then maybe whatever else I pick up in the meantime, because I have new books that came out today that I can't pick up for like another day or two, I think. And then there were books that I was shopping for that if I find them, I will get those as well. Otherwise, thank you everybody for being here. We got a lot done. And I hope everyone has a good one. I think I might have said that already. And not sure if I will be streaming tomorrow. It is definitely possible. I would be on Twitch doing the same thing. And then, if not tomorrow, which I think is Thursday, maybe Friday or Saturday would be the other options. I work Thursday and Friday so far, so it's unclear whether I'll have time to stream on either of those days. But for now, I bid you adieu.